St. Louis crew, lots of California people. You traveled a long way to share this really important day with them. And you were here because each of you are an important part of their lives. I don't even know if I'm going to get through this.
Dude, you can't lose it.
The greatest currency in life is our bonds of friendship and the relationships that we have. So to have you here makes us very wealthy, so thank you. We are gathered here to unite Paul McCabe and Deanna Shaughnessy in marriage. This contract is not to be entered lightly, but thoughtfully and seriously, with a deep realization of its obligations and responsibilities. I invite you to remember that love, loyalty, and understanding are the foundations of a fulfilling and enduring life together. It was a great honor to be asked to officiate their wedding, and I can't imagine a more organic and natural union between two people. You're best friends, and you've grown up together. And while we stand here to formally, to officially join you in marriage, it's a formal reflection of something that we've done in our hearts for a long time. At this time, Paul and Deanna would like to share vows that they have written for each other.
Awesome. I didn't memorize them, guys. All right. I remember when we first started dating, I was talking with you on the phone. Before I hung up, I said, "I love you." Daniel asked me if I really knew what that meant and told me not to just throw it around lightly. It's typical Daniel. I don't think any of us could have predicted that we would be standing here today, 11 years later, still being best friends and wanting nothing more than to spend the rest of our lives together. Between now and then, I feel we have both learned so much about love and happiness by being with each other. While I believed I loved you even when we were 17, I've learned that love is dynamic and adaptive. How I feel about you today is not how I felt about you back then. Over the last decade, I've spent every day growing with you. I've learned how transcendent love can be, how loving you makes me feel whole, and how much work and sacrifice love is, and how extraordinarily lucky we are to have found each other. I love you more deeply now than I ever thought possible, and I know it will just continue to grow as we start our family and experience the rest of life's adventures. Paul, you're the person who makes me laugh every day and help teach me about how important humor is in life. You've supported me and stayed patient with me when I struggle, and without you I couldn't have achieved even half of the successes that I've had. You will without hesitation go out of your way to make my day easier, including getting up at dawn to drive me somewhere just so I can get a little extra sleep in the morning. You're constantly showing me how much you love me, and I know you're always thinking about me throughout the day and strive to continually make me happy. It's really difficult for me to put into words how much you mean to me, but just know that the favorite part of all my days is getting to talk and laugh with you every night and continuing to say I love you after the end of each conversation. You got cue cards.
And a little different, yeah. Folks are gonna read this. For me, the encapsulation of the last 11 years went as follows: prepubescent and smitten, adolescent and awestruck, young and in love, adult and engrossed. I had a crush on a girl, became enamored with that girl, fell in love with that girl, and after a very long period of time, eventually asked that girl to marry me. And in doing so, the question became, how do you know? How do you know that you're absolutely certain that you want to spend the rest of your life with one singular other person? It's not that I love you, I do. It's not that I enjoy spending time with you, I do. It's not even that I, quite importantly, like you, I do.
Where's this going?
It's about the shared. Loss and gain, victory and defeat, poor and slightly less poor. Everything made better by your presence. Sadness and loss made palatable by your unselfish sharing of my burden and your unwavering support. Success made sweeter by your enthusiasm and love. And the lulls of the daily grind made somehow extraordinary by your overflowing pride in me. And really, that's how I knew. There is no moment, no day, no part of my life that I don't want to share with you. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. But the love that we share is as close to perfect as I'll ever be.
Do you, Deanna Shaughnessy, take this man, Paul Petyelmeczy, to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
There's more, but she's ready.
I'll let you go.
To have and to hold in sickness and in health, in good times and bad, for richer or poorer, keeping yourself unto him for as long as you both shall live.
Is that the cue? I do.
Do you, Paul Petyelmeczy, take this woman, Deanna Shaughnessy, to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold in sickness and in health, in good times and bad, for richer and poorer, keeping yourself unto her for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
At this time, Paul and Deanna have promises that they would like to read to each other.
Got those stashed away in there too.
Look at these.
Oh, geez. Oh boy, okay. You wrote it kind of small. I promise to respect you. I promise to be honest and faithful. I promise to remind you what you mean to me as often as I can. I promise my ubiquitous and unwavering support. I promise to always be your teammate in both victory and loss. I promise to acknowledge and respect your dreams and goals. I promise to always help in any capacity that I can work towards those goals. I promise to always cherish our marriage and keep its needs in front of my own. I promise to exercise patience and understanding, even in times of conflict or frustration. I promise to attempt to always keep you laughing and smiling. I promise to love you and cherish you wholly every day for the rest of our lives.
I promise to respect you. I promise to be honest and faithful. I promise to remind you what you mean to me as often as I can. I promise my ubiquitous and unwavering support. I promise to always be your teammate in both victory and loss. I promise to acknowledge and respect your dreams and goals. I promise to always help in any capacity that I can work towards those goals. I promise to always cherish our marriage and keep its needs in front of my own. I promise to exercise patience and understanding, even in times of conflict or frustration. I promise to attempt to always keep you laughing and smiling. And I promise to love and cherish you wholly every day for the rest of our lives.
If there is anyone present who may show why this couple may not be legally wed, let them speak now or forever hold their peace. By the authority vested in me by American Marriage Ministries in the state of Oregon, I now pronounce you both husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Oh, you're incredible. Thanks. It's kind of important, huh? get scissors?
With left hand?
This is
Yeah.
first day.
We got this.
Swear with the pillow.
Deanna's gonna use her teeth to get that off.
Sure you go right now?
You know, it works. All right. No, we're
Not
gonna
really,
head
we're
out.
just
We're gonna
deuces.
take some pictures. You guys.
It is soft. All together.
Thank